Let's talk about Magic the Gathering and proxies. Because I have a question for you. And this whole video is going to underline the question what I'm pondering, right? I'm not against proxies, but to a limit I am, right? Like, what if you have a magic deck and you have like one proxy? Not many people are going to care, right? If it's just one card. What if it's two proxies, right? Just two cards in your deck. What if you have 15 cards that are proxies? Is someone going to care? What if the game doesn't go in your favor? Is the losing factor that you're going through going to assault your feelings towards having these proxies? I don't know. But what if the whole deck was proxied, right? What if the whole deck was nothing but proxies, even down to the basic lands? What if the deck was fully proxied? Let's look at this from a different standpoint, right? Let's take a different game altogether, a different game. Let's say you have Monopoly, a copy of Monopoly. Say you lost a couple hotels, right? So you lost a couple hotels and you proxied in some cardboard jank to stand up as hotels because you lost a couple hotels, maybe a couple houses. You know, maybe you lost a couple chance cards and you made some chance cards. You had the original game and you proxied some stuff because you lost them, right? That is a question I wonder about. Like, is that fun, fair? Was that legal? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just questioning the morality of it. Now let's take that idea of the proxying pieces for a game because you don't want to buy a new game, right? A whole new game. You got the game. You proxy in pieces to makeshift and kind of jimmy rig the game, right? But what if you went totally different here? So the thought process is, what if you took the game Monopoly and you don't own the game, but you're that kind of person who's dedicated and to wanting to try something new, don't want to buy the game, so you go to a friend's house, look at the game, look at all the parts, write down everything, and went home and got a piece of cardboard, made a playing board out of that, got pieces made for it, made chance cards and all the cards for the game, made the money for the game yourself. And now you got an effective game of Monopoly. That's not really the game of Monopoly, but it's exactly Monopoly, but it's not the board game Monopoly. Where is the moral implication to it being legal or illegal to do it? Or where's the moral implication? What's morally right and what's morally wrong? I don't know this answer fully because if someone went out of their way to copy the game Monopoly and went to the works to make the pieces and everything, I'd probably be tempted to try it and play it. But to the standpoint of the game, someone didn't make money off the product, and someone's idea is basically the idea is taken from somebody, and this company had this whole idea, and you made a proxy of the game, right? You made a proxy of the game. And now the whole game is playable, it's functional, does everything. Right? Now let's take a different example, right? Now I'm bleeding into a different realm of thinking, but what if someone came out with a video game, right? Say you know graphics, you know how to put the coding together, you know how to put a game together, and say someone came out with a big game that's very popular. All right, and instead of buying the game, you coded the game. You 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 took characters from the game. You put it in your own game, and sure, it might look things might look a little different, customized to your style, but it ends up being the exact same computer game. Maybe an Xbox game, PlayStation game, but it's still the game. You took the game. You had the ability to look at the coding, and you took the graphics, and you made the best version of the game yourself. Instead of buying the game, you took the time to do it. Now, you got to be one dedicated person with a lot of skill to do this because it took people years to do it. But if you were to do that, where's the moral implication that by the time you're done with the game, you can play the game that someone else created, but you took their idea and fabricated it into existence for your own self without purchasing the game? Where's the moral obligation there? Right? So, when it comes to Magic the Gathering, I know the simplicity of printing a card off and making a deck out of printed cards is easy to do. And some people in life will, they're not against proxies and they build proxy decks that play the game because it's just a game. Well, so is Monopoly. Monopoly is just a game. So is that video game. It's just a game, right? If you were to make functional copies of a full deck of Magic cards or a board game of Monopoly or a video game, like you were able to do one of the things, like to completely design the whole thing yourself that someone's created and make what they created to an exact T with maybe differences in art, where's the moral ground? Maybe you know what's legal and what's not legal in this. You're copying the game, right? If you're making a copy of Monopoly, is that illegal? I don't know. You're making a copy of a video game from scratch. Is that illegal? I don't know. Is copying Magic cards illegal? I don't think so. But at the same time, is there a moral ground you can get into? Is there a moral ground that justifies not doing it or overdoing it? Right? The question and tact that I'm getting into doesn't suggest you're stealing someone's product, but it does suggest you're stealing someone's idea. Like, you have a whole team of people who design Magic cards, you have a team of people who design Monopoly games, you have a team of people who design video games, right? You might not be stealing from them because you're creating these things yourself, but you're just making an exact replica to like the nth degree. So you're really stealing the idea of it. So is there laws that go against that? Is it completely liable? What is the implication? I'm not very well educated on this matter, but the question popped up in my mind and I was very curious. You know, like someone creates a transformer, right? I love transformers. That's why I'm using transformers. Someone creates a transformer and you see your friend's transformer, you study it, you know how it transforms, you learn its cogs, and you're like, oh, I like this transformer, but I'll make one, 3D print one. So you 3D print that transformer. It might not be stealing because you just created it out of filament and stuff. Where's the moral ground in that? Someone works really hard on a project and they don't get paid, but you get to enjoy their process, this team's process. What is about it? Same with a Magic card. You take the designs team's Magic card, right? They designed this card to be as fixed and well balanced as it is. I'm saying it is. I don't know. Some cards are broken, some they're not. But like you take some of this team's design card that they carefully planned, you copy it off a printer go burr, right? Is that an illegal implication? Like, are you stealing someone's idea? Yes, I think you're stealing someone's idea. Now, I don't think you're stealing a product, but now the thing kind of changes when you take someone's product and you play with it. Now, in a casual group, this is more okay. Like, casual people usually don't care about proxies. Some people do, right? Some people do care about proxies, but not everybody cares about proxies. Usually, I do not personally have a problem if I have friends playing proxies. What I'm bringing up is an implication of what is the moral to playing with proxies. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'm just deep diving into something that's just weird. Who knows? Like this video. Please subscribe. Maybe I'll do more thoughts like this. I don't know. Thank you for watching a 10-minute video. Until next time, my friends, brush your teeth. I just say that. Have fun. Goodbye. Be awesome.